Hello everyone, I am Kay and you are watching me play Trigger Happy HAVOC Danganronpa today. We have the first half, I hope, of the class trial behind us, which means we still have one half ahead of us. So we have to find out how Chihiro was able to get into the boys' locker room. It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room, so I guess so.
I vote for Byakuya.
You're just gonna do that? I feel like there's something that's not right with this. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakuya is the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What way do you mean?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Overruling you?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must be...
It'll make it more exciting.
Huh?
Okay.
It'll make things more exciting?
Well, now I want to know what she's about.
I declare an official class trial recess. For real?
It's a thing that can happen.
What is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Where are we going? So, before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was... a girls' locker room.
The girls' locker room?
That's what I literally just said.
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Did we?
I'd like you to
Or did we
examine
miss
the victim's
something?
body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
He's way too much into this.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm freaked out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Yeah, also, the law might have something to say about that, right? You know, touching a girl's dead body.
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
Okay, so it's okay for a boy to just touch a girl's dead body all over.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you dreamed about?
You know, that's not your cup of tea. You're more into boy on boy than girl on girl.
Stop fooling around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Okay, what's got her so worked up?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is...
Are you gonna say she's dead? Because we knew that.
Is what?
Is a boy.
What?
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
You had no idea. See? That's more like it.
Joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
It's really true?
Chihiro was... guy?
So she was a he.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy. He was a cross-dresser? I was really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Yeah.
So that's what Yoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
So Chihiro wasn't a girl.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind. I guess that explains a few things, you know, why she wasn't around the other girls that much.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Well, I guess it would, since Monokuma just said that he totally knew.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I'm guessing the motive would be... I don't know. Blaming it on a girl.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
Teddy.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Have they?
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
I don't think he's the murderer.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, he could have used an actual rope. I think there were some of those in the warehouse, right?
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Oh, well, you know.
Correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
I didn't know you were testing
I
us
just
here.
happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
Yeah, seriously, it would still only be the killer who would get to leave. If you would have let everyone think that you were the murderer, you would be dead too.
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
Yeah, we need to be
Because if we're
100%
wrong,
sure
we
here.
all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Also, that's the right guy saying that.
Let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means... Well, the real murder scene was in the boys' locker room, so the killer has to be a guy. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leonard's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, there had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Make your argument. Celeste's account?
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Please, I wonder. Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something about it.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
Well, I guess Celeste saw Chihiro.
The killer! And only the killer! And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man! Game over!
No! Not game over!
No, I'm not gonna let that happen. No, as a matter of fact, there is an eyewitness account regarding Chihiro. She has more information about that.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Please, I wonder. Did nobody get a look at the
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that
Yes, someone did.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Well, that's... Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on. I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Did nobody get a sure if someone saw the
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only...
Oh, right, no. It was not just the killer. Unless
I believe
Celeste is the
someone
killer.
else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Really?
Did you just forget that all of a
But
sudden?
I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Track jacket in a double bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
Yeah, somebody must have moved it, right?
It's likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry.
Why is he in a hurry?
Why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
Akina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Well, obviously. You know, because he couldn't train with you. Because he wouldn't even get into the girls' locker room.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, the marvel of friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
And who was it?
Knowing what you know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
What?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Do I?
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Yeah?
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But
Just talk, talk, talk.
did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. Okay, now I really want to know.
First of all,
First off, let me check what Celeste's account said. On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably she was on her way to exercise, but the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter, so the only thing I can gather from that is that the clothes were blue.
know where Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise.
Right.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit.
Hold on a second. That was not what I meant to do. That was not what I meant to do.
Did any of that really help us
chance. You heard him.
Yes, I heard him. And I didn't mean to...
On his way to get the next, but why did he choose?
What do you mean?
It matched the one the culprit was.
So, what you say? The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit.
The same blue tracksuit. How do you know his tracksuit was blue? Celeste only talked to me about that.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
Yeah,
When
repeat it.
Celeste testified a few minutes ago. She said,
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then I assumed he headed off to exercise. Yeah, she didn't say anything about the color of the
never said
tracksuit.
anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just. I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Well, if he saw the clothes, then why didn't he tell us?
That can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry?
Are you talking about Chihiro?
Man, the name game is strong in this one.
How about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He stuffed the tracksuit into the bag and closed it. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why he said he knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Okay, well now I would like an explanation.
What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked, the way he was acting, or because I hate him? I have a feeling it's the way he talked, actually.
There was a certain turning point that ticked me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny
He did say something about the dude just wanting to get stronger.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Hold on. I noticed. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. J, that's the next one.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Aren't you a criminal? The ultimate biker gang leader?
He would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that
present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
So what's Detective Conan here gonna do for us, eh?
Ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Might it not?
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? That must belong to... Whose could it be? Chihiro's? Mondo's? No, mine. It's not mine. I have mine. Mondo's? I don't know. Is it Chihiro's?
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
But it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
But how did he do it?
I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
I mean, that's the second handbook that's broken, right?
They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
They probably have a weak spot, right?
Precisely. Did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbook break? There's only one possible explanation. By hitting its weak point, I'm assuming that by hacking it, Monokuma said there was going to be an alarm when someone tried to hack it. By exploiting a bug? I don't know. I feel like the programming should be a little bit better than that. By hitting its weak point, maybe.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Wait, he did!
You remember that?
Right, he did. He didn't tell us what it was, but he did tell us that there is one.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
Someone must have figured it out.
The handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession.
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow
Not
me
on
to make
purpose.
a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is...
Well, what is it?
When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break.
High temperatures, okay.
I knew it,
You knew it?
Yeah, how did you...
because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in
Okay,
the sauna
what?
can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get
Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? Hold on, I need to check that. I'm going to assume it's Fahrenheit. Because 200 degrees Celsius, that would be... You can make a pizza in there. No problem. 200 degree. Well, even in Fahrenheit, that's still a lot.
It's because because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Also, it doesn't help us really.
If you
Or
found the
does
victim's
it?
handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Maybe they actually
What
didn't
if they
find
found
out.
by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Yeah,
Seriously?
there was like a competition going on there,
Taking
wasn't there?
their handbook into the sauna was...
Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to be the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. It was... Makoto! Wait, no. Fumi? It was Leon, right? Bet it was Leon. Now I know it's him, Mondo Owada.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why do you keep accusing him?
Why do you keep protecting
Mondo
him?
and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold up. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but... I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And what would that be? Chihiro's e-handbook, broken e-handbook, card reader. I guess the...
Test Makoto. There's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Interesting, that would definitely prove it.
If Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
I'm sure Mondo's handbook broke during their sauna showdown. If I could just prove that, then that would show that the handbook Mondo has must actually be... Now I think I get it. It must actually be
If what he says is correct, then
Chihiro's
Mondo broke your
e-handbook,
own
right?
In other words, if Mondo's handbook proves that
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Well, that's not what I'm supposed to do. What are you talking about? Just shut up, you little bitch!
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
if what he said
You broke your own handbook.
in other words, if
Shit.
Mondo's handbook is accurate, then that proves that
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Let's test if what he
I'm seriously not sure if this is the right thing.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, fuck you, seriously? Ah, shit, I missed the thing.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine. See? Look, Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Alright, fourth time's the charm.
Your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook then that proves that what
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Okay, that's not right either.
Shoot. Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, you broke your own handbook.
in other words, if Mondo then that proves that what
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Ah, fuck. Seriously, every time I think I've got the right one, I'm just going to miss completely.
in other words, if not then that proves that
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine. See? Makoto was
I'm not even sure if that's right or not.
Let's test if what he
Because for
says
some
you
reason I
broke your
just
own
can't
handbook.
fucking hit.
if Mondo's handbook then that proves that what Makoto
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine. See? Look, Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
If this goes on, I'm just gonna run out of time here.
Your own handbook.
in other words, if Mondo then that proves
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine. See?
I don't get it.
Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Let's test.
Let me just check the evidence for a second. Akuma claims it's very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have been broken, yeah. Chihiro's handbook was not found on her corpse and has apparently gone missing. And the card reader...
Makoto's assertion.
It doesn't help me at all.
What he says is correct. Then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
in other words, if Mondo's handbook is up then that proves that what Makoto's
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
So it was right the whole time, I just didn't hit. I totally hit that 4 times! And it just was like, nah.
handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
This broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right. The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's. Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
It doesn't because Leon didn't loan it,
Well,
but he just
here's
borrowed
how I
it.
look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit, but no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
okay. Then why don't we look back on this case one more time from the beginning?
Yeah, let's do that.
Everything will become clear. if I was right or wrong.
Closing argument. Finish the thought. Let's start with the first thing here. Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse with a duffel bag and... I guess that has to be it? Maybe? There's something everyone has that you need to get into the locker room. Well, that has to be your e-handbook. But you have to swipe it, so I guess that's the right one. Which locker room did Chihiro go into? Well, obviously, the boys' locker room. And someone was waiting for him there. The weapon the killer used was... It was the dumbbell, but it's not supposed to be bloody at this point, right? So I don't think that's right. No, it has to be this. I thought that was a bag for a second, but no, it's the dumbbell. As the murder took place, some blood splattered onto something, didn't it? I mean, I guess some blood got onto the poster. To disguise the truth, the killer switched around the carpet as well as something else. Again, the poster. Which locker room did the killer move to? Girls' locker room. The killer took something from the other locker room and switched it at the scene of the crime. I think that's right. What was it that Byakuya brought to the murder scene? It could only have been... the extension cord. When Byakuya arrived at the scene, what did he use to disguise what had happened? I don't know what you're talking about there. You mean this? Where did the killer go after they were done? Well, probably the sauna, right? When the handbook got thrown into the sauna room, what happened to it? Broke, obviously, but which one shows a broken e-handbook? Is that supposed to be it? Let's see if that's right.
You! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime.
Act 2.
She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Yeah, that's right, she was the girl.
Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone new, and the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
I would really like to know why he did it.
water itself felt unclean.
No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I need to rearrange the events. Okay, so what is this? The killer switched around the carpet as well as something else. The dumbbell?
The killer is
I guess?
you.
No. Okay, well, this is actually getting tough. So I guess that has to be it. The killer took something from the other locker room and switched it at the scene of the crime. And I really hope this is right.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
And then moving everything to the guards'
Finally
locker room.
carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did.
Seriously, I'm kind of sweating right now because I don't know if I'm actually right about all of this.
They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
The old switch, bait and switch.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
Why did he do that?
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime.
Grisly message. It said, "Rawr."
He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget.
Was the sauna really on during nighttime?
The killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
This can't be right. Yeah, where's your evidence?
I thought we had enough evidence.
You need proof! I don't need proof! You can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo's the killer. That already revealed itself early in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about fever time and naga time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the R1 button, fever time will activate and tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. so you can push X square however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? So we've also prepared something called Nega Time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates Nega Time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you want to activate Fever Time at this point... No, never mind, I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use Nega Time. Well then, good luck and have fun. The moment of truth.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen.
Shit.
Show me some evidence.
Almost done here. Final strike.
Show me some evidence.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
This should prove it.
Boom! I almost ran out of time.
Thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I killed him.
But... why? $990 points, final results. A. And I even got A, the medals.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank!
Oh, that sounds
Who will you
naughty.
elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What you gonna do when they come for you? Who is found guilty? Monokuma, vote. It's Kyoko, obviously. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not anonymous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very closely to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. But for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the circle button to fast forward the text. I would like to hear it. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. He was so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now, nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
what?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. And this has already gone on for an hour. Well, we're going to have to see the end of this in the next episode. If you want to see it, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next episode. If you want to see more of the videos that I've done, check out my channel and see you next time. Bye bye.